It will actually reduce the deficit by $4 trillion over the long term. Reducing the waste and inefficiency in Medicare and Medicaid will pay for most of this plan. It will slow the growth of healthcare costs for our families, our businesses, and our government. There will be a provision in this plan that requires us to come forward with more spending cuts if the savings we promised don't materialize.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Hey, why don't you look at this Democrat senator on Obamacare? We did fail to bring down the cost of health care.
I owe you an answer on why it is I'm standing here today asking to extend something that was temporary. And here's the reason. We did fail to bring down the cost of health care.
Say it again. Peter, say it again, Peter.
To bring down the cost of health care. I owe you. Here's the reason. We did fail to bring down the cost of health care.
All right, Peter. Won't believe this. Well, why don't you check this out?
You're asking me and others to continue a program that is fundamentally broken, that's inflationary. And the only winner of Obamacare are the largest health care companies in America who are making excessive profits off a health care system you designed, and all you want is more people signed up on this program, and you're rewarding insurance companies for finding more people who are making a fortune, and the delivery of health care is costing more, and the quality is going down. We're not going to do this. We're not going to give in to this.
And oh, hell, look what we found here from 2010. Look at this heifer here, who just retired all of a sudden. You know? Talking about Trump wanting to be king. She's been in there for 40 years. I tell you, insider trade and all kind of corruption. They ought to put this heifer in handcuffs. But look what she said in 2010. Check this out.
We have to do this in partnership, and I wanted to bring you up to date on where we see it from here. The final health care legislation that will soon be passed for Congress will deliver successful reform at the local level. It will offer paid-for investments that will improve health care services and coverage for millions more Americans. It will make significant investments in innovation, prevention, wellness, and offer robust support for public health infrastructure. It will dramatically expand investments in community health centers. That means a dramatic expansion in the number of patients community health centers can see, and ultimately healthier communities. Our bill will significantly reduce uncompensated care for hospitals. We're you've heard about the controversies within the bill, the process about the bill, one of the items, but I don't know if you have heard that it is a legislation for the future. Not just about health care for America, but about a healthier America, where preventive care is not something that you have to pay a deductible for or out of pocket. That prevention is about diet, not diabetes. It's going to be very, very exciting. But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it away from the fog of the controversy. Further,
I ask you, will you accept this terrific offer by Chuck Schumer tonight?
No, Laura, that's a non-starter. What Chuck Schumer is asking us to do is to give $25 billion to criminals every year and $35 billion to insurance companies every year. That's what it's costing American taxpayers right now to partially fund Obamacare. So that's a non-starter. And that's why here we are setting, should we break the filibuster or not? I think that's the conversation that Republicans should be having right now.
Senator, Republicans, especially the more establishment Republicans, are very wedded to this idea of holding on to the filibuster with a death grip. Given what the Democrats have clearly signaled they're going to do, they're going to pack the court, they're going to make Puerto Rico a state, the list goes on and on. President Trump went through it. Do you believe, given what this country and our people are facing, that it is time for the Republican Party to ditch the filibuster and start doing things for the American people?
Well, Laura, every day that this shutdown goes on, the more I'm convinced we need to end the filibuster. And as I do my math here, the same Democrats that some of my colleagues are counting on to protect the filibuster are the same Democrats who are afraid to come across the aisle and open the government. Just 2 years ago, every senator, Democrat senator that's still in office that's here today, voted to end the filibuster. Unless you can guarantee to me that the Democrats won't do it, then we need to seriously consider it. You know, the only other option I can think of is enshrining it as a constitutional amendment. But this absolutely should be the conversation and the debate today for the Republican caucus.
Obamacare is a disaster. The Obamacare premium is going to go up 17 or 18%, and that's not my fault. I didn't want Obamacare. That's the fault of the people that put it in, the Democrats. And now they want it subsidized further. But, you know, where you take it from them, you take it from a lot of other people. We could have much better health care at a much lower price.
So I just went down the Affordable Care Act rabbit hole, and I'm genuinely shocked that Americans are not more outraged about this entire thing. The Affordable Care Act subsidies that the Democrats are requiring to extend in order to reopen our government are subsidies that are paid with taxpayer. Obama said you must use the Affordable Care Plan or pay a fine or get insurance elsewhere. You must have insurance. You must use Obamacare. It will be affordable. And then it ended up not being affordable at all. So we had to subsidize the cost of it with taxpayer money that is paid directly to insurance companies who are causing the driving up of healthcare costs in the first place. This is such a scam. And people aren't outraged. Like, it sounds so noble that the Democrats want people to have affordable health care. But Obama forced people to have affordable health care that wasn't affordable at all.
To the American people, if you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor, period. If you like your health care plan, you will be able to keep your health care plan, period.
If you like your doctor or health care plan, you can keep it.
Nothing in this plan will require you or your employer to change the coverage of the doctor you have.
The only change you'll see are falling costs as our reforms take hold.
If you like your healthcare system and your doctor, the only thing reform will mean to you is your healthcare will cost less. I will not sign a plan that adds one dime to our deficits, either now or in the future. It is a cost that will not, I repeat, will not add to our deficits. There will be a provision in this plan that requires us to come forward with more spending cuts if the savings we promised don't materialize. Because it is paid for and curbs the waste and inefficiency in our healthcare system, this bill will help reduce our deficit by as much as $1.3 trillion in the coming decades, making it the largest deficit reduction plan in over a decade. It will actually reduce the deficit by $4 trillion over the long term. Healthcare reform must be and will be deficit neutral in the next decade. We have built into law all sorts of measures that in the years to come, healthcare inflation, which has been rising about 3 times as fast as people's wages, is finally going to start slowing down.
We'll eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse in our healthcare system.
Reforms I'm proposing.
I think anybody wins these things, and I actually think a year from now it'll be, long in the past. People won't really be thinking about it. I mean, I don't really understand what I think they got into this mess because of pressure from the left. Chuck Schumer is having a meltdown because AOC is threatening to primary him. They don't really know how to get out of it. I mean, after all, Obamacare is a Democrat law. The subsidies are a Democrat idea, and the sunset was put in the law by Democrats. You want to make it into a Republican problem. This is a Democrat healthcare debacle that you want to throw onto someone else.
Thank you for admitting that we lowered costs of healthcare.
You're saying, whoa. You're saying Obamacare lowered healthcare costs in America?
I think we made it more affordable, and because of the subsidies,
is this lightning
it is
proof?
lower.
Is this lightning proof?
It's
access. Honestly, you think healthcare in America is cheaper since Obamacare?
We have increased access to Americans, and the subsidies were supposed
cheaper.
to.
You said cheaper.